Another great product brought to you by TAP Security Products. We're offering now some BZ Watchdog merchandise. We have a beanie, a mug, a t-shirt, and a hoodie. Get them while supplies last through the website TAPSSECURITYPRODUCTS.com. What's going on, y'all? Look, I've been changing everything on my background and everything lately, but I know, guys. I promised you guys Carolina, and guess what? She's right here. So I wasn't lying, guys. I told you I'd bring Carolina up. So, and just so you guys know, and by the way, Carolina, I don't know if you can see my chat. Can you see my chat? Just put that up right before we started. That's my
got Bat Ricks. Hi, Bat Ricks. I don't know who. What's it say? No, correctly joined the channel. Has correctly joined the channel. Okay. Hi, Bot Rex.
That's that's my bot. That's my bot moderator. No. So he moderates it's automated. You can interact with it too. So, but
hi, Bot Rex.
So everybody, let's know TVO. He wants to know when your court date is, if we have trial after this jury, because he wants to drive 8 hours with Brick Jonesy and
what?
Yep.
Are you serious?
So, yep, and I'll be there. Yeah. I'll definitely be there. So David Murphy in the house. David Murphy, our favorite person, David Murphy. David freaking Murphy. All right.
I couldn't go on my channel, David Murphy, so I had to do it over here.
Well, guys, we're gonna go into a few things tonight. What's up, Four Corner? Fist in the air. What's the matter, you?
Oh, Four Corners is here. Four Corners
is. Stomper's here.
Is he speaking English or Spanish?
I had Gloria Ad here. I don't know if she's back in the room yet.
I had words with Gloria Ad yesterday because I accidentally I thought she was somebody else. I had to apologize to her. But when I'm wrong, I apologize.
But let me get into this, guys, because we got a lot to cover real quick. Carolina has got jury selection tomorrow. So why don't you if she's not chasing her little poochie out of there. She got a little poochie with her. Hi, Chihuahua.
Spoiled.
Can you kind of tell everybody, since you got jury selection, how the jury selection process goes?
Yeah. Well, we pick a jury tomorrow. No. No, what happens is tomorrow there's gonna be a bunch of people coming in to the county, and what they're gonna do is they got jury duty. So they got like a paper in the mail saying they have to show up. And I've gone to jury duty before, and I never got picked though. And a lot of people show up, like about 300 or 400 people show up, believe it or not. And there's a big room that everybody meets in. But they have, what I noticed last time I was there is there's never any people of color. It's all white people, all of them.
So my next question, Carolina, is these people, all these white people that are there, are these all bootlickers?
Yes, they're bootlickers because smart people know how to get out of jury duty. But we we should not try to get out of jury duty because they need us. Yeah.
So you guys hear that?
That's a real. That's really
clap.
Sorry about that.
80%,
that was my
80% of our city is bootlicker.
Yeah, unfortunately, I hate to say it, we're in a Republican town, so they're all bootlickers. That's why it's always better to be in the middle. That way you can always decide which way you want to sway on the fence. But don't be a bootlicker.
Well, but see, the problem is that we can't be mad at them or be rude to them because they don't know they're bootlickers yet. Because I was a bootlicker. We're not like as bad as these people, though.
I just come back.
We were all bootlickers at one time because that's how we were raised in the schools.
Well, the thing is they brainwash you that all cops are great and call the cops. I'll tell you right now, I would never.
I remember those. The officer is your friend. They just get mad if you call them for stupid stuff.
They get mad. They get mad when they show up and you don't do what they tell you to do. So I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Or in your case, get mad when you don't go across the street 12 seconds.
Yeah, and school right now is like there's a lot of charter schools coming up, and I guess Trump's trying to push for charter schools. I'm not really sure. I haven't really been paying attention to that right now. It's all been all about me being nervous. But in school, like the only thing you really learn in school, by 10th grade you know everything. By 6th grade you know how to read and write. After that, you're learning how to comply. Think about it.
Yep.
That's what school teaches you to do. It teaches you to comply.
And how would you
That's
would you know that? Weren't you a school teacher at one point?
I was a school teacher. Yeah.
So you already know that they've got that curriculum to brainwash the kids.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But see, it used to be they never would check to see exactly what you were teaching, so you could kind of go off the beaten path a little bit,
right.
and kind of more fun stuff. But shoot, I remember when you could just give your keys to a kid and say, "Hey, here's my car. Go get some coffee." But you can't do that anymore.
Well, let me ask you this: Are you ready to kind of get into these videos? Because we want to kind of show everybody what led up to your arrest.
Okay, and then I'll explain how the jury works after that.
And then then you can explain how this jury is going to work and how they might see this, or how people may have opinions.
They might have seen these videos already, but some people might not have. So we're just kind of going to show them as a refresher. And if you guys know anybody, just if you guys want to send out messages that I'm over here, a lot of people are asking for an update, but I couldn't really advertise it on my channel because I'm being watched. So
so that's why we're over here on my channel instead of hers, because they don't really know who I am yet, and I like to keep it that way.
The community does, but they don't.
What's that?
The community knows who you are, but the law doesn't know exactly.
And it's because I try to fly under the radar the best I can. I'm not trying to.
If anybody wants to shoot out a community post or whatever that we're over here, that'd be great. It can't be from me.
I'm gonna actually put in. Do you think Carolina is guilty of charges? So now I've got a yes or no poll going. So everybody can vote on the poll, so we can get a little test the radar to see if what they think. But if you don't mind, I'm going to get into this first video real quick. This is Manuel Mata's video, I believe.
This is what led up to my arrest.
I'm pretty sure you and I have talked about this on numerous occasions. I feel that this arrest of Manuel Mata, and then the next video we're going to show, led up to what happened to you, as what I feel it really happened. So excited to have a new president to blame for all my problems come January. That's right. You blame them every 4 years, because I sure do. Thanks for coming in, Dakota Miller, and watching. All right, so I'm going to hit the play button.
Police, stop!
Stop! Get your hands out of your pockets. Do it now. Get your hands out of your pockets. On top of your head. Get your hands on top of your head.
I didn't know this was going on.
No, I don't take shit. I got no love.
What's that, Carolina?
I was with him that night, and what we normally do is he goes on one side of the street and I go on the other, and then we move together down the street. And then if he flags me or I flag him, we know where the action's going to be. Does that make sense? So we just go solo down each side of the street, and I wasn't ready yet. I was talking to somebody across the street, and I swear to God, it had only been, well, you see how long this video is, that long, and they whisked him away from my eyesight, and you can hear them on their body cams talking about, she's right across the street, she's right across the street. And for some reason, I didn't walk across the street. I don't know why I didn't walk across the street. I have no idea why.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I watched you guys live that night. At least I watched Manuel Mata live that night and I think I watched yours live.
No, you watched mine because they took his before he didn't get started yet. He wasn't live yet.
But if you notice, based on his body camera, every command they've given him so far, he's literally followed. So I don't know why Kruger's.
Well, when you have a gun pointed in your face, you follow it. When you have a gun pointed right at your face, which is what's going on right now. Yeah.
Yep. So let's go.
For the fake news, if you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up.
What's that, Carolina?
They took him right away. They said that he jaywalked. They said when do you pull your gun out on somebody who's jaywalking? And then when he turned around, well, he's claiming that he thought he saw something in his waistband, so he pulled his gun out. So now jaywalking works where if you have to go do on a crosswalk, if there's a light on each corner, there's no lights over here. It's like a residential street. So you can't jaywalk across it.
Well, and the rules too are if you're going to walk across the street, all you have to do is walk at a break in the road.
He did.
If there's a driveway or there's a street.
And they had no sense to look it up in a fucking, they also have cell phones. Why didn't they just Google it? Because they were arguing about what charge they were going to give him.
Well, the problem is they wanted to get him because they didn't want the cameras, or they just wanted to take you guys out of commission because you guys were down there every weekend. And it messed up with whatever they might have going on down there that we don't know about.
I think they had to cover because he pulled his gun out.
Well, it could be too. But
they couldn't let him go after he pulled his gun out.
Let me finish this video up real quick because it's not very long. It's only like 2.5 more minutes.
No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who planned it. Being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness, hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, superior, you know, brag, I want you to hear words, you can say them back, I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through, God, anywhere else. For the fakeness, no, I don't take shit. I got all this confidence, dreams, and some go. Make yourself unstoppable. Carolina! Get on and watch it go. Make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible.
Now I back that up, Carolina, because right here he's gonna start screaming. He's gonna cut out the music, and he's gonna hear him start screaming your name.
Yeah, yeah,
and
you could be so remarkable.
Carolina!
Because he knew he took off before I was ready.
Yeah, good luck with that, man.
So they knew I was there.
Probably aren't.
I don't know what made me not walk across the street. I really don't. He had his body cam, but he didn't have it turned on yet. Because we hadn't started yet.
He turned it on right as Kruger pulled that gun on him.
Oh, he did. He did. I missed that. Oh, that's why the body camera got lost in the room.
Yeah, if you watch him when he had the gun pointed at him, he put his hands up. They told him to get his hand out of the pocket. The other hand went right here and turned it on.
Clicked it on. Good for him. But he didn't get it back.
That's because they made sure
that would have been a good picture. Yeah. That's right. Wasa macha tuya. That's true. Most places you can only be guilty of things like jaywalking if you obstruct traffic. Very unconstitutional.
And it's Manuel Mata.
Okay.
See, they already knew who he was.
Yeah.
So just keep in mind, my whole point is they say it's Manuel Mata, and they already know who he is. He's yelling Carolina. So these two are already well known. Okay.
And nobody came and told me when we arrested him. Nobody. There's so nice.
Because I was watching your live stream. You're like, I wonder where he's at, and somebody finally.
I know. I couldn't find him. I was looking.
Finally,
and I was filming them. I was filming that place where they had him from across the street.
Somebody told you that he got arrested. Somebody finally told you in the chat or called you or something and said that he got arrested. He
called me from the jail. He called me.
He called you. Okay, that he got arrested for jaywalking, and then they were pitting. Yeah. They were pitting, I think, a resisting charge on him, weren't they?
I wonder if they're going to get me. I bet I don't know why I didn't walk across the street. I don't know.
But yeah, so that's let me I've got this is right here, 2 seconds left.
But people are wondering, well, how is this retaliation? How does this reflect on me?
Well, see right now, let me get over here to my screen real quick. Okay, so I know this ain't the best image of you. But
I look like I have makeup on.
But I'm gonna tell you right now. So the way this works is the fact that Kruger has already had prior knowledge of what you do, which is it's a constitutional protected activity of filming.
Right.
Okay. There should be no reason why they should interfere with you. Okay. And what they're trying to do is get rid of the cameras and get rid of you guys because you guys make a lot of waves with their with what they do. You interrupt with their I don't want to say their duties because it's not really that, but you interfere with whatever they got going on that they don't want to be bothered by. It's not even really like an actual literal interference of duties. It's just you're just a nuisance to them and they just want to get rid of you. That's really what it is. That's really what it comes down to.
I'm irritating to them.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, I was trying to find the words. Interfering isn't really. I mean, it's not a great word to use because you got hit with an interference charge and it's kind of horse shit in my eyes. But
see, whenever they move me back too, I don't stop. I just keep saying stuff, only just a little bit louder.
That's because you know what we don't stop. That's why
right.
we don't
That's
stop.
something that makes me madder. I went out the very next day after I got out of the hospital to do this.
Well, and I should say that you probably shouldn't have done that. You probably should have focused. I mean, look at your picture here.
I wanted to show them that they couldn't keep me down. And this bone right here is broken. I just found that out today.
Really?
Yep, this one right here. But I can't put a cast on it.
They can't. You have to.
But there's something there was like, but there's like, if you have a space, your eyeball could fall down in it. I think it's called. I can't remember what the word is that they used. But it did happen, so my eyeball's not going to fall down.
You got a lot of people coming in here saying hi to you, Caroline. You got Northwest Press.
Hi. North New Hampshire, Mountain Girl. Yeah.
And then we got Honey QB. Northwest I don't know. Press, I've never
hello.
seen her. Look
Honey
at this.
Honey QB. Hello.
We got April Rain in the house.
Hello, April Rain.
She's like one of my biggest supporters. I love her. She's such a sweetheart.
Nice.
So
and we got this guy called Nightbot.
Nightbot is one of my chat moderators.
Everywhere. I see Nightbot everywhere. He must be in every channel chat.
No, that's the automated chat moderation.
Salt Shaker and
the Salt Shaker. It used to be Mama Lion.
Oh.
Yeah, so she changed her name. Citizen Not. Okay. So let's get into this next video. Now if I remember correctly, this video is the one where you, Harvey, Freebird, and Manuel Mata basically after he was arrested basically you were kind of interviewing Kruger, but they were kind of yelling and making accusations towards him. Is that pretty much kind of accurate?
Yep, that's accurate.
Okay. So let me play this to see how you responded, how he responded to you.
He actually arrested Manuel Mata at gunpoint with an excuse of he was jaywalking. This is a story of that case because that case got dismissed 3 days before he caused all the injuries to me. Was the injuries to me retaliation for Manuel's case getting dismissed? Let's look at Manuel's case and find out. Manuel Mata is going to read the police report to tell you what Mr. Kruger said happened. And we will determine whether the words that Matthew Kruger wrote on his police report match what we see on the body cam. Now, mind you, they actually...
Hey, Carolina, real quick, I just want to let you know, somebody brought this to my attention. I'm looking at the poll here.
Uh-huh.
There is 27 votes. And there's 96% saying no, that you're not guilty. Only 4% are saying that you are.
Thank you.
So and then Salt Shaker down here saying just a second ago, it was at 100% no. So
right. So trolls are in here. Hello, trolls. Nice to have you. Maybe some cops.
Hello. Well, you know what? Maybe it's not a troll. Maybe it's someone that hasn't really seen all your evidence. Maybe. But, Honey QB says 4% are trolls. Okay, maybe.
But what I find strange is that, well, I guess we'll talk about the elements in just a minute.
Yeah.
Actually silenced their body cams at the beginning of this video, and that's where Manuel Mata is going to read what Mr. Kruger wrote in his police report.
I called out to the suspect stating, "Hey man, come here for a second." The suspect continued to walk southbound for 3 strips while looking over his shoulder at us. I called again for the suspect to come here while Cardenas yelled, "Police, stop." The suspect stopped and took a bladed stance with his right side towards us and his hands in his pocket. The suspect began to walk forward again. I ordered him to stop due to his suspect's prior behavior indicating that he may have a weapon.
Now, let me pause this because I just realized in the picture, and he called out that name, Cardenas. I have actually had a run-in with her, not on camera, and she's kind of a little bit of a Bia. I ain't gonna lie. She's a little bit of a bitch. She's kind of a little dumb, but yeah, I told her one night to get 10-8 back to work.
I had a long conversation with her before. She's really nice. Like her whole family's cops.
Well, the thing is, you know, when they're on that clock and uniform and running the guys, they try to act tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. But she's super.
I just don't like female cops because they always try to act tough. And
yeah,
you know what? You don't gotta act tough. Just act yourself. All right.
It's non-compliance with our commands and targeting gaze. I feared that he may produce a weapon and attempt to use it against us. I pointed my firearm at the suspect and ordered him to remove
Look how fast all these other guys came running.
Which he finally complied. I also want to mention in here that they put, it is relevant that the suspect is known to cops in the department generally due to his repeated behaviors of attempting to bait officers into confrontation and filming the interactions.
Wow.
Weird.
I want to point out that Manuel Mata has never had a history of having any sort of weapon to use against a police officer ever. And the officer just admitted that he uses his camera. So why is he pulling a gun out at Manuel? At this point, they still have not turned on the audio for their body cameras, which is totally against regulation.
Get on the ground. For what? Turn around and get on the ground. What? What's your name? Who are you? Take him down. What are you doing? Hey, go to the ground. For what? For what?
He never did go down.
$10 ticket to Hamburger.
Tell me what y'all put me in handcuffs for.
Hey, right now, you're okay? No, arrest.
For what?
Chevy, you the man with that $10.
You walked across the street where there was not a crosswalk. That is the reason that we're contacting you.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to admit we got Funky Town Uncut.
Oh, Funky Town's here. I was going to call him. I was just fixing to message you.
Straight out of the dungeon.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Right there.
Put my Robert Young number on my
That's kind of a small screen.
Did you hear that? He said he wanted a supervisor. I'll play it again.
What are you talking about? Hey man, can someone else grab me? Keeps hurting. Both of my hands are fucked up, dog.
Yeah, the reason why that was hands are messed up is because he had, his hand was actually cut off and they reattached it.
What's that, Carolina?
His hand was actually cut off and by a machete, and they reattached it. Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I really thought on my arrest, my hand was coming off with as bad as that felt and as bad as it was.
His was hanging by ligaments. Okay.
Yeah. His was definitely worse than mine. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, just saying, I kind of feel for the man. Those cuffs are nothing but torture. They are torture cuffs, like Chili says.
Yeah, they are.
Torture cuffs are always torture.
I don't have weapons. I crossed the street.
We're allowed to do that, okay?
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Where's my ticket for crossing the street?
You're not supposed to arrest for jaywalking because it's a citation rather than a ticket.
Okay, do you know why they didn't cite him? Why they arrested him?
They arrested him for evading arrest because they could not take him to jail for jaywalking.
No. You know why they took him to jail for the jaywalking, and then threw the evading on after they got to the jail?
Well, that's because they can't arrest you for jaywalking. It's a citation.
Do you know why they did it though?
So they could take him to jail.
No, well, it's they did it to justify why Kruger pulled that gun.
Oh yeah.
So that's why when they got him there, they were drunking up other charges. They were going to try to hit him. They were going to try to hit him with all kinds of stuff. They just didn't know what to hit him with until they got to the jail.
And at the jail, they tried to interview. This is another thing that my mom's really smart about. Once they take you to that jail, you're in the custody of them, the jail personnel. So they came back and tried to like play him, like figure out which way this was going to go and everything. I went and asked him a bunch of questions, and my mom's like, "Hey, I'm in their custody now. You can't talk to me. Go away." He'd send them on their way because Kruger went to the jail and tried to ask him a bunch of questions about something because he's trying to cover his ass.
I saw that on the body camera where he's standing there and the jailer had him.
Yeah.
He was like handcuffing him or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You can't talk to me no more, dog. Get away from me."
Yep. Can't even talk to him anymore because he's in the custody of the jailers now. Jailers. So,
you ready to go?
Yeah.
Helps if I put it back on this. Oh, wait, hold on.
And then also, like when the supervisor came on this deal right here where Manuel is, you know, they were saying, "Don't take him out of the car. We don't want Carolina to see him."
Hold on, I'm having technical difficulty. Hang on.
Don't take him out of the car because if you take him out of the car, she's gonna see him, and I think they're trying to get me too. But I didn't cross the street. I have no idea why. It was like some kind of divine intervention.
Hold on, I had to refresh my
because why are you barking?
I had to refresh my desktop on my StreamYard. Something happened. I don't know what. Probably all these windows open.
Stop. Shh. She's barking she's growling at somebody.
Probably growling at me. That's what Brownie
does all
the time.
Hey, Brooke Cameron. Hello, everybody.
Keep talking to the chat. I'm just trying to get this working. I don't know what happened.
So they were asking when it is, and tomorrow we have the jury selection, and then the next day is when the trial is. But stop doing that. I'm the pack leader, not you. I'm the pack leader, not you.
I'm the alpha dog. I'm the alpha dog.
She's growling at the cat.
That's because the cat's bigger than she is.
Yeah, the cat is bigger than her.
All right, I got it up and running.
Just because Caroline's here? So Mata was over here, grabbing his waistband, staring us down. We didn't know who he was. Staring us down. Like a COVID mask?
Yes, I was. That was checked out some today.
So he's playing with his waistband and stuff like that. Thank you.
He was not playing with his waistband. No, he was not do that. You have to try to justify it now.
Take my spot. Where?
What's that, Carolina?
They're trying to justify it now. So he's telling the other guys, well, he was messing with his waistband. So like, because you just don't pull guns on people. That's use of force. That's a mark.
That's actually deadly force at that point.
Yeah. Like, why would you pull a gun on somebody who's walking across the street?
I mean, the street. I'll tell you right now, he never, from my eyes, he never was threatening whatsoever.
He didn't make any threatening gestures.
No,
they know who he is. And that's another thing.
He didn't move fast. He didn't make any kind of nervous behaviors.
He saunters. He doesn't move fast. He saunters. And like he knew who he was. He knew who he was. So he probably thought he was going to get all high-fived by all the other officers. Like, guess what? I got Mata. Guess what? I got Mata. And I made it stick to you. I'm going to make it stick. So it's like conspiring.
It definitely was. But, hey, so Carolina, watch the chat real quick. Watch what I do here. I just want to show you what Nightbot does for me.
Oh.
So here, I'm going to put this one in here right there. You see that little exclamation mark, cops?
Yeah.
Watch.
Cool.
Nightbot's I'm gonna see Nightbot.
It's a little message to Nightbot.
Yeah, Nightbot comes back. It's the cops.
Oh, I get it.
I programmed all this, but anyways, let me get back to this video.
So where he's right down here, we're going down here. But so he walked across the street. So we didn't know who he was. We're like, hey, he's being really weird. Well, Kruger starts yelling.
That's not Kruger talking.
Police turn around. Turn around. When he finally turns around, he kind of drops his hands. Well, Kruger pulled out on him because he's
playing with his waistband and all that. So Kruger pulled out on him, pushed out on him.
What happens when you become a police officer is that you turn blue. You're not black, white, Hispanic anymore. You're blue, and you cover for your blue brothers. This officer is not Officer Kruger who is speaking. It's another brother who's wearing blue. How come all the officers see something completely different than what the camera's going to show? And they know it's Manuel Mata. They know he's going to look at the body cam footage. So why do they say something completely different than what the body cam is going to show? Could it be that they never get in trouble and they have qualified immunity?
Maybe.
Supervisor Jones. Oh no, he did. Supervisor Jones. Oh no, he did. Supervisor Jones. Oh no, he did.
There you go. There's another officer that needs to be on the Brady list for lying. He lied straight to his supervisor's face. How is his supervisor ever going to believe him again?
Now, did he cross
The lie was
the street
he
illegally?
asked for supervisor.
Okay, but we're crosswalks, but we have crosswalks.
Since he got arrested, he's been asking for
Before I get
supervisor.
too deep into this, we had terms for an investigation because he crossed the road illegally. Was there a sidewalk crosswalk?
He did not cross the road illegally.
Across the road illegally. There's a break right here in the driveway.
There was no. It was not an illegal road crossing. He walked straight to. He didn't even walk like crooked, like diagonal. He walked straight.
Right across
corner.
those two little lanes right there. That's all there is down there.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. It's not a residential street.
So we're covered on that. Flanking for movement towards waistbands and consistent with drawing a weapon. Well, we've had many weapons pulled down here. Shooting.
You know, kind of weapons down there.
I didn't realize it was him when we first approached him. He was standing across the street in a mask on and sharking around, and catches us touching the front of his waistband like he's carrying. So he jaywalked, came across the street, told him to turn around. He wouldn't show his hands right away, so at one point told him to turn around, so he got his hands on top of his head, put him under arrest. So I'm still down right now. Cash bar on the jaywalking. I have an extra evading because he's not compliant with commands and he's backing away from us.
Could he legitimately hear you giving the bar scene?
Oh, 100%, yeah, because we were down. We heard this, and we were trying to turn a car around right here, and so I could hear them plain as day right here, and they were down there. Yeah, because we were about right where that Cadillac is parked right now. That's where we were.
Okay.
So he's asking for a supervisor. Hey, hold on. Don't pull him out because she's over there. Who? Carolina.
Where is he at?
Oh.
Okay, so I just want to point that out. You just heard your name, right, Carolina? She's got to unmute her mic, guys. She's got to unmute her mic there.
They were just I was right across the street and I missed it. I mean, I don't know why I didn't go across the street. I really honestly do not know.
But you know what? But bottom line is they knew who you were.
Mm-hmm. They know what we do. They know we don't carry.
They know what you do. They know what you never caused anybody any harm. Other than maybe yelling at them and hurting their feelings. I mean, I know, poor guys.
And make videos.
I mean,
I think sometimes I think their whole focus is to get rid of us, but they just make us go harder. Sorry.
If they don't like it, they can always go find another profession in the private sector.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay. Well, I don't have to pull him on. Just talk.
What's your name and badge number?
That's
Is your body camera on?
Yeah, got it going, bro.
So they're arresting me for crossing the street at a corner.
Yep.
Okay, so I came over here to tell you what I know. Okay, what they told me. Okay.
No,
okay. So I came over here to tell you what I know, what they told me.
Right.
Well, what they told you isn't what you know, because what you know is they lied.
They did. I feel sorry. This guy's gonna have egg on all over his face.
Somebody's saying something about the pole is covering us. What? The pole is covering you guys.
Oh, maybe they can't see us on the bottom. I can see me. We're little tiny things on the bottom. I don't see the pole on my side, though.
I don't see the pole, but I know it's at 96%. Oh, let me move this then. I think I can move us. I think I can move us over here. Wrong one. Sorry. There we go. There.
I'm nice to people like you guys, but if they I'm not. I don't cuss them really, but I get a little loud because being nice to them didn't work.
It can always come landscape with me. I'll give them a chance. They can always change professions. That's right.
telling you what I did, sir. I crossed the street at a corner. I was right there at that corner. I crossed the street. Okay. Both times. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I was told is that you cross the street where there is no crosswalk, which is basically jaywalking, right? Wow, no, jaywalking is between two traffic lights. Okay.
We know that. We know that.
Also where there is crosswalk provided. Well, then give me my ticket then. Okay. So can you please give me my ticket?
So see, now they're talking about giving him his ticket. Okay.
He's asking for the ticket.
Not once did they ever say that you're evading, that you're resisting.
Not yet. They're going to talk about that now.
See, so just to let you guys know, this is all a conspiracy to figure out how they're going to conspire to take him to jail. Now, just keep in mind, Carolina, they can take you to jail for jaywalking, okay? Any citation that it's all arrestable. So I feel the way they usually deem it in court is what would a reasonable officer do, and how and reasonably if they were normally going to take somebody for trespass, like say jaywalking, they would have to show a pattern that they take a bunch of people for jaywalking. If they're not going to take them for jaywalking and they just release them with a citation, that shows that they retaliated against him.
No, but it's not a citation. It's something else.
Well, that jaywalking.
They can't take us. They can't take us for jaywalking.
That's
why they changed it. If they can, they would have left it jaywalking.
They're not supposed to.
They would have left it as jaywalking, but they can't. They can't.
Yeah, because the thing is,
I got a handcuff for jaywalking too, and then the supervisor came and said, "No, you can't do it because it's not a citation. It's something else." I just said it earlier.
And he probably would have been better off giving him a citation and letting him deal with the municipal court instead of trying to do all these county charges, because that's why later we'll see that he gets his charges dismissed.
It's called an infraction. You can't go to jail for infractions.
You can. Salinas versus
no, because the punishment is less. The punishment, which is the price of the ticket, is less than a day in jail. So you can't go to jail for it. Get it? Like if it's less, if the ticket costs less than what a day in jail is, they can't take you for an infraction. That's why they added the evasion.
If you look at the case law, I can't remember. It's hold on. It's case law of City of Lago Vista. (2001). Atwater, that's it. Atwater versus the City of Lago Vista.
Yeah, but
nope, they arrested somebody for not wearing their seatbelt, Carolina.
But we're not in Lago Vista. We're in Texas.
That's where it's a Supreme Court ruling, Carolina. It's a Supreme Court ruling from 2001. It was decided on April. It says here. Let me pull this up on the screen so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so Atwater versus. I'm going to read this. Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, 2001 was the United States Supreme Court decision, which held that a person's Fourth Amendment rights are not violated when the subject is arrested for driving without a seatbelt. The court ruled that such an arrest for a misdemeanor that is punishable only by a fine does not constitute an unreasonable seizure under the Fourth Amendment. Texas laws, so this was a Texas case. Texas laws provide for police officer discretion in arresting any person caught committing a misdemeanor, such as violating its mandatory seatbelt laws. Violation of a seatbelt law in 1999 was punishable with a maximum fine of $50. In March 1997, Gail Atwater of Lago Vista, Texas, and I think I know where that's at. I think that's down there in Houston by Clear Lake area, was driving her pickup truck with her 3-year-old son and 5-year-old daughter inside. She allowed the children to unbuckle their seatbelts to search for a misplaced toy. Hence, none of them were wearing their seatbelts. Lago Vista Police Bart Turek recognized Atwater and stopped her. Atwater and her children remained in her truck when Turek approached the driver's side window and aggressively jabbed his finger towards her face. According to Atwater's complaint and witness testimony, Turek screamed at Atwater about the seatbelts, frightening her children. When Atwater requested that Turek lower his voice, he immediately yelled in response, "You're going to jail." However, according to the record, Atwater remained calm and did not act suspiciously, did not pose any threat to Turek, and did not engage in any illegal conduct other than failing to wear a seatbelt. Turek continued to verbally abuse Atwater, accusing her of not caring for her children. So after telling Atwater that she'd be taken to jail, Turek demanded her driver's license and proof of insurance. When Atwater informed Turek that her purse containing her license and insurance card had recently been stolen, Turek told Atwater that he had heard that story 200 times. Atwater provided her address from her checkbook. Atwater then asked Turek to allow her to take her frightened, upset, crying children to a friend's home located 2 houses away before taking her to jail. But he refused her request. So basically, let me go down to this because
okay,
you know,
can I stop you now? Because you're talking about a seatbelt. I'm talking about an infraction.
that seatbelt back then wasn't an infraction, Carolina.
Back then, it says I have where it says if you're accused of an infraction for minor offenses will usually be required to serve jail sentence. The reason for this is because infractions and citations are generally considered to be less serious types of criminal violations than charges for either misdemeanor or felony offenses. Additionally, the majority of jurisdictions in the United States recognize violations of infraction laws as civil law violations and not criminal offenses. So as previously mentioned, listen, I had to listen to you. As previously mentioned, whether or not the act is considered to be infraction or not will largely depend on the state or local laws. In general, some common examples that you may discover when reviewing an infraction laws may include activities like jaywalking, littering, and parking infractions. You would never go to jail because of a parking infraction, just like jaywalking. You won't. Here.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. See, here's the problem, though. They can take you to jail for any infraction of the law. However, okay. Now,
of course, they can take you to jail for any reason, and then you have to go to court.
Carolina, this is where remember how you talk about officer's discretion in a lot of your videos?
Yeah.
That's where the discretion comes in. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of the departments don't want somebody to take somebody in for a simple infraction. They just want you to write the damn citation.
Civil infraction will not be tried as a defendant in criminal court. That is because the process for a civil case is different from the one used in the criminal courts. There you go.
That's right. They'll still, they can still take you to jail. And you can still be released without any kind of counties. Well, they can take you to city jail.
That's why they added another charge on him.
Well, no, that's exactly why they added another charge. I'm not denying that, Carolina. They were just trying to find a way to jam up Mata. That's all it was. Right. But what I'm saying is they took him for the jaywalking, okay, which is a civil infraction, you can call it. That's fine. That's the way. If they wanted to take him to jail, they should have taken him to the city jail and let him stay the night at municipal jail, and then time served, be done with it at the city level. I mean, if they really wanted to jam him up, but then they decided they wanted to throw this evading charge on. But I guarantee the reason they did it is because dumbass Kruger pulled his gun. They had to justify why he pulled his gun.
It's important to note that a person who receives a civil infraction in connection with a minor law or civil violation cannot be sentenced to jail or prison time. Even persons who receive a criminal infraction for a minor criminal law violation will usually not be sentenced to prison, jail, or prison time.
Carolina, I get that. I'm not saying...
Okay, I'm glad.
Okay, what I'm saying is they still take you to jail. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong.
Even if you didn't do anything.
There you go.
I get out of jail and I'm like, okay, now what? And they're like, oh, we're deciding not to charge you.
But see, that's what I'm talking about, Carolina.
That's him up for 3 weeks.
But that's what I'm talking about. Whether it be an infraction or, like you said, charges end up getting dropped. I mean, how many wasn't it Mata or you or somebody that got all the way to the jail and they ended up just letting you go because they dropped the charges?
That was Mata.
That was Mata.
Okay, I always have to spend the night.
But you see what I'm saying? And they can take you for an infraction because the case law says they can, whether it's right or not. Like they're saying in the chat, it needs to be challenged. It needs to be challenged because you should not be. It's like my disorderly conduct. Okay, now they can hit me with a state code or they can hit me with a municipal code. They hit me with a municipal code, which warrants no jail time and a max of $500 fine. So, I mean, and then they try to say it's because of language. I mean, there's no grounds for that. But it's not about me tonight. It's about you. So we're going to move on. And
it's about them, these idiots.
No shit. Oh, let me get that off the screen. My bad.
To talk about weapons. Okay. If they would have explained to me, I wouldn't have did nothing. I didn't resist. I didn't do anything. So when they said police, you kept walking? Yeah, no, I did not. You I did not. No, sir. Okay. No, sir. When he said stop, police, I turned around. I didn't know what was happening because I had a flashlight. When he said put my hands on my head, I did. Okay. And then that's when I asked for a supervisor. What the fuck is going on? I did not know.
Yeah, that's a red flag. He's been asking for a supervisor the whole time, and the guy said, nope, he's never asked for a supervisor.
Oh no, we straight up heard the lie. And I've seen this video a couple times, and I know for a fact he was asking for a supervisor in the very beginning. You know, before the cuffs even went all the way on. And here they are lying because they either don't hear you because they tune you out, or they just straight up blatantly lie. Either way, it's false information.
Right. They don't like you to call supervisors.
Oh, we always ask for a supervisor because it's always screwed up.
I know, okay. Can I have my ticket then, please? So because it's not jaywalking. There's no traffic light. It's also evading. How was I? Because they told you stop. I did, sir. I did. Okay. Well, I can only go by what the officers are telling. They're lying. Okay.
Wow,
well, that's something you get to fight in court.
Wow.
Can I have my ticket, please? They're as far as I know, they're taking you to jail. For what? I already told you. For crossing the street at a sidewalk. And not listening to them to stop when they said, please stop. No,
That's not against the law, is it?
I did. I turned exactly around. When I heard them yell.
See, so okay, so how many here, let me take a poll in the.
Is it against the law to not follow directions? I mean, how do you know if they're unlawful or not? Like,
well, that's why you have Houston versus Hill to be able to verbally challenge the cop, you know. I mean, it's now if you got a gun drawn at you, maybe it's just better that you just comply so you don't lose your life. But you gotta be able to make that decision with that gun in your face. But guys, I want you guys to do me a favor. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that they heard him ask for that. I should say, hold on. Don't even put anything in the chat yet. See, I'm trying to think of how I want to word it. Word it. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Mata was evading. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't think he was evading whatsoever. 1 in the chat if you think he stopped and complied when he was told and followed all commands. 2 if you don't think he did. And we're going to roll this video while you guys put your 1 and 2s in the chat.
Yo, hey, stop, freeze, police. I turned around, sir. Okay, I'm just telling you what they told me. I can only go by what my officer. No, you can't. I can't? Because your job is to protect my rights as a citizen, sir. Absolutely. Exactly, and that's what you're not doing.
Put 1 in the chat if you thought he was evading and wasn't listening, and put it. Wait, hold on. Did I switch it up, Carolina?
No, you did. You did it right. If you thought if he was not evading, it's a 1. If you think he was evading, it's a 2.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I thought I said at first. They had me second guessing what I thought I said there.
He did. He listened to him, and I love what he just said to the supervisor. You're supposed to be protecting my rights, not listening to what your guys are saying.
So we get ones in the chat.
Investigate what they're lying about, because I'm telling you they're lying. How can I investigate it right now without just doing what I'm doing? But do the right thing. Give me my ticket so I can leave. So hear me. Do the right thing, sir. I did not resist. I didn't know what was going on. Okay. That's why I turned around. Okay. I'm not here to cause problems or anything. I didn't say you were. I just cannot have my ticket, sir. Please. You're the supervisor. You have the authority to do that. You do. If it was just for jaywalking. I did not resist. I did not evade, sir. I made it across the street all the way down here. Okay, so from my understanding, if I did that, whenever I crossed the street, why didn't they yell at me as soon as I was doing it? When did they yell? When I was right here, sir, at this where that car right there is. That's just right there. The patrol car? Yes, right behind it, inside of that where that driveway is. That's where they stopped me. Okay. All right. Well, let me talk to them some more. Figure out more what's going on. Come on,
this guy's such an idiot.
Do you want me to figure it out? Or?
Your people that are under you are only as good as what you are, and he's letting them go. He's letting them get away with a pass.
Do we even have the supervisor's name that was on this?
Yeah, I forgot what it was though.
Hey, has he filed anything yet?
I don't know.
What he needs to do is file the complaint, which down at IA, which I don't know
he
if
filed a
you've read
complaint on this. Yeah, he already did that at IA.
Has he done his intent to sue with the city yet?
I'm not sure.
He needs to do, because the thing is, the legal process will help him better to get that pro se.
Yeah.
I've figured out this process because this is what I'm going to be doing. So with my arrest, I'm going to beat my charge. I'm going to file my complaint. I'm going to go ahead and do my intent to sue to the city. And then once I get my right to sue letter, because they're not going to settle, then I'll file my federal lawsuit.
They'll settle because they're settling because they've been paying out too much at they paid $5 million to the ex-chief, then $2 million to each of the whistleblowers, and there's another whistleblower coming.
I don't want them to pay out. I want to take it to I'll do case law if I have to. I don't really care. But he
wasn't evading. You're right, April.
But yeah, no, he was not evading. Of course not. But anyways,
or not. I mean, I'm asking you. Even them do the right thing. I just didn't understand what was going on. And they didn't explain. They acted like I had a weapon. Okay, so you were crossing the street. So like you didn't understand what's going on. I'm trying to understand. I have to talk. Right? But you're already telling me that they're right and I'm wrong. I didn't say that. I said I could only go off what they're telling. Exactly, and I'm explaining to you. I didn't know they were. If they were standing way over there, how did I make it half a block? Okay, so you're trying to do what we do in court. No. I'm asking you to do the right thing, do the sensible thing, because I didn't commit a crime. I committed a traffic offense. If y'all want to put it like that, which is a civil violation. Let me talk, or you just want to talk? Man, I already asked. Please give me a ticket and let me go about my business. I will leave. Okay, you asked. I'll be back. All right. So Kruger, just walk me through.
He's second guessing himself like now. He's like, he's lying.
Carolina, we can't hear him and you at the same time, darling.
Sorry.
You let them talk because they're gonna hang themselves. Everybody's about to hear this right here, because he says, "Hey Kruger," and I was waiting for the cliffhanger, like, just fall off, Kruger, because yeah, he's about to hang himself right here.
So Kruger, just walk me through, because I'm going to give Mr. Mata the benefit of the doubt on his argument. Okay, he said his argument is, one, this is not it's not jaywalking because there's no traffic lights here. Okay. As far as I understand by that, it's where crosswalks provided between two intersections. Correct? That is my understanding. Okay, so as long as that's your understanding too, we're in agreement there. The next part's going to be, he said he turned around exactly when you said stop police.
He did turn around. He was not compliant with my commands, and he was backing away from us as we were trying to commands show us your hands. Okay. And that was what led to the gunpoint, was because of the movements that he had made prior to touching his waistband, sharpening around visually, and maybe believe that he may have a weapon.
Okay. So you make contact with him. You say, "Hey, stop police." What happened the first time? Like when you first tried to make contact?
Hey, Carolina, you look at the chat. Look at the message above. Someone says you're definitely guilty. Look who said you're definitely guilty. You're on mute. 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 You're on mute.
I said Chuck even before I looked.
Yeah. That's right. I just had to have a little good humor because we miss Chuck.
Yeah. We miss Chuck.
What were you saying?
I think I said, "Hey, let me talk to you for a second."
Now he's saying you're definitely guilty of being an old MILF.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on for a second. I forget exactly what
I think he said, what I heard was, "Hey, let me talk to you for a second." And then Cardenas going, "Police." I think Cardenas said, "Police, stop." And then he still walks.
Yeah, that's why I said
he took like 3 or 4 steps.
I shouted the second time because I needed to. I remember, I wouldn't have said it twice if he had just stopped, but he didn't. All I said was, "Police, stop." He did not, so I said it again. He complied the second time, where he stopped the second time.
But then whenever he
well, maybe, bitch, he didn't hear you with all the music going on.
That music across the street was really loud. You're right.
Maybe if you little squeaky voice was screaming, "Stop, police!" a little louder, maybe he could have heard you. Maybe that's why he turned around for a second to figure out what was going on. Just because we don't follow your commands the first time doesn't mean we're evading and running away. I mean, come on.
It's a bar area, and they're down away from the music now.
Just be smart about it. Don't be a stupid bitch, because I ran into this little C word. I'll see you next Tuesday, as Harvey likes to call him.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've seen her and dealt with her at the Quick Trip nearby, so I know exactly what beat she's on.
Turn around because he didn't really start complying until he was put at gunpoint, and then he put his hands up after he.
And you know how you can tell she's like lying? Look at her body language, Carolina.
Yeah, but what is the deal about this complying?
She keeps doing this.
That we don't comply. That's what really pisses me off.
You know, we're not a bunch of damn flying monkeys. This ain't the Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean?
Right.
What do they want us to do? Jump up and down on one leg and do the hokey pokey and turn ourselves around?
They want us to be like that poor guy crawling on the hallway at that hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
And he didn't do the right Simon Says move.
And they still on Elijah's ass.
Yep.
After he did something with his chest and the camera or whatever, then he put his hands up. He's like, turn around, put your hands on your back, and they start yelling back at him.
Why? For what?
Yeah, for what? You don't have any reason, whatever. So he wasn't listening to orders. And then I walked up. And
asking why does not make you non-compliant.
And I put him on his back, and I put some handcuffs on him.
Okay. And you saw him cross the street. You said.
The body cam cut out
from the corner of the northwest corner of Bledsoe and Foch in the crosswalk. On the crosswalk. That one was fine. He walked down in front of Bledsoe's and he crossed diagonally across the street without coming to the next crosswalk that was down here.
But he wasn't at the end. He walked like a few squares and then crossed.
Yeah, he was like halfway, then cut across.
He was not at the corner of the intersection.
He cut in between cars, making us. I mean, we didn't know who he was. He got a mask on. I didn't know if he was looking at cars or what. So that was another reason why we didn't touch him.
So
wait a second. So he had a mask on. It's cold out. And we don't know if he was looking in cars. Well, you know what?
They know who he is.
That's called a hunch, you dumbass.
They know who he is. That's what's so crazy.
It's not called reasonable articulable suspicion. What reasonable articulable facts do you have? That did he touch the car? Did he try to open the car door? I mean, come on, man. I mean, we saw that. I mean, it's just, come on. Why ask? Just comply. I mean, good Lord.
Basically, it was the furtive movements towards the waistband, the mask, all that stuff that is consistent with either burglaries or we have had shootings down here.
Yes.
And that's what made you initially want to make contact with him, but he jaywalked, which gave you reason to go talk to him. And that's where the evading came into play. I'm good with all that.
I have to say something Chuck real quick. Chuck, guess what? I have no scratches on my lenses right now. Okay, that's it.
What were you gonna say?
Because I had scratches on my. I had a couple of my phones. I had scratches on the lenses, but guess what? I don't have no scratches now.
Well, just stop smearing that chicken grease on it, okay?
We're gonna reconvene at Fox Rock.
No one asked me.
So here's the part you're talking about, Carolina.
Yep.
With Kruger right here, who's no longer in custody. He's no longer in his custody because he's being searched by the jailer.
Now he did this another time. They were trying to stick in his tattoos, so they could mark him down as a gangbanger or whatever. That was so great because they said, well, we're just check your tattoos in jail, right? And they couldn't because he was already turned over to them.
It's too late. It is not. I'm not in your custody no more. Okay. Good luck with that. Asking you one more time. I'm not answering no more questions without my lawyer present. I'm not in your custody no more. I'm not answering none of your questions without my lawyer present. Get them here and I'll answer any question you have. Until then, leave me alone.
So there you go. That case was dismissed because of all the lying that took place. So if they lie on little things like that and somebody up, who says they're not going to lie on the bigger things? And did they lie on my case? Leave me a comment and tell me what you think. Thanks for watching.
I didn't know they were lying on my case till I got the affidavit.
Well, okay, so that's video 2 down. We only got the third one to go. Now let me check the poll over here.
Now see, Manuel went to court and he won.
Oh, you're down to 84% on the no of being guilty at 16. I bet you Chuck said yes. Hey, so we're gonna do this real quick because guess who's live right now? We need to make sure he's okay. We're gonna just go here because he's dealing with this right now, Carolina.
What?
Manuel's out right now.
I know he wouldn't let me go with him. He said I couldn't go. Not tonight. He said he wanted me to. He said they'd be after me tonight.
How many cops is there?
1, 2, 4, 5.
Damn it!
Oh shit! There's a lot of them. Oh yeah, right.
I'm going.
Damn, that's so.
Look,
and there's the traffic.
Right
What's that, Carolina? What's that?
Any other time I'd be jumping in the car right now.
I know, but we got to cover your case. But I just wanted to make sure he was okay. I'll keep an eye on him while we're covering your next video. But do you want to tell everybody about what's going on since we got more people in the room about the jury selection? And
yeah, Manuel Mata has Chuck. He has like 9 or 10 more, 12 arrests just on this kind of stuff right here. More and as far as tomorrow, I have jury selection. So tomorrow we're selecting a jury, and then the trial is going to be on Tuesday. But I don't know if it is still going to be on Tuesday because I'm just still keeping my fingers crossed that the prosecutor will maybe look at the body cam footage or something, because I don't understand my charges. But,
all right, you ready to get in your video? This one's only about 7 minutes long. This is the one where you get knocked out.
Oh, I don't remember any of it. That's what's so weird. Is that? What's that? Is that a?
Sorry about that. I don't know what I did. I really don't. It's so hard. It's got a brand new
you were having one of those.
But now everybody, all these cops are coming up here. They must think they saw me. I know. They probably think Manuel's with me and he's not. That's why they came over here.
I went free.
That's the tow truck.
I went over there because I couldn't get any content that night.
That's their discussion over here.
I'm so mad. I went all night long with no content.
They're having a discussion over here. They're saying, okay, we're going to tell this, we're going to tell that. Let's see. What are we going to do?
It was in my, they told the truck driver not to stop me.
That's a cop car that's broken. That's hilarious if it is. Predator ones. Predator tow truck drivers. They're the worst.
Now, I want to keep a point on this because he's saying, sorry, I'm looking at some of these comments. He's saying that in his report that you were berating the tow truck driver.
Yes, he wrote in his affidavit that I was berating them with obscenities, the 2 girls and the tow truck driver, berating them for several minutes with obscenities.
So, and I don't hear that in this video, so that's why I'm bringing that up right now at this point.
You're a black officer? That's amazing. Yay. No, it's not. It's a white guy. No, he's Mexican. What's going on? Don't say something to me. I dare you.
I mean, they have ignored me for 45 minutes. Like, not even a word. That's, to me, that's discrimination.
He said we were about to tow this car off. They're towing a bunch of cars off. Like that shows really, like, they're trying to build the entertainment district up, right? And this is a great way to do it. This is great for community relations. Isn't this a great idea for community relations to start towing people's cars? I think that's a wonderful idea.
So at this point, I didn't know what was going on at all. And that's what I was doing with my audience. I was trying to figure out what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I thought they were just coming in to tow all those cars off. But supposedly, what they're claiming is that one truck was in a hit and run. It hit a building, and then they hit another car, but there was no damage on it. What a miracle!
But let me ask you a question, and this is something that you brought up right when this happened, and it's a good point. Dr. Donna Walter in the house.
Hello, Dr. Donna Walter.
It's you were concerned about the girl who's claiming she paid $31 for parking, and they're getting ready
that's
to
what
tow her
she
car.
said. Yeah.
So my question is, well, she wasn't involved in the accident. Why are they towing her car?
No, and he said they were fixing to tow her car, right? But that's what I heard them say. I heard them discussing that, right? And then she got in her car and left. So I thought they were towing the whole row. I might have misunderstood what she said and what they were saying. It was because I wasn't right on it.
Let me go back here for a second. You see all these cars?
Truck, and you see all those cars, and I thought they were pulling these cars as predatory. Like I thought it was a predatory guy, and plus they get a commission off that. I know they do. And I didn't see any damage on the car that they said was involved in a hit and run.
Well, you see all these cars here,
especially over here. And so I wanted to know what the process was, basically, because I was trying to figure out why the police presence was here, right? I didn't think there was anything important because I didn't see any lights on top of the vehicles going. You know, they weren't telling me to leave. You know, the girls were just walking really slow. So I didn't think they were doing anything really, because I didn't see, like, usually when they're doing an investigation, they'll say, "Get back!" right away, right? Or they'll circle their cars around there. They'll put crime scene tape up or cones, something, right? But they didn't have any of that out. So I thought they were just being mean to the people towing their cars. That's what I thought.
Well, it looks like, I mean, you'll see it in the end, but well, actually, we won't see it on this video because this is just the.
I didn't me like I'm crazy. That's what I thought they were doing. I thought they were taking the cars just to be mean to people, and I thought that was kind of wrong if they were, because they're trying to build this area up and to make it safe. And here they are towing cars, leaving people stranded, perhaps having to walk home.
Really good. It's great.
Now look right here, okay? So this, I want to point something out that I've never pointed out before.
Great.
Okay, this is the female cop that tried to talk to you when Kruger knocked you down.
Okay.
Look what she's doing.
She's tried the car door. She's trying to open the doors up on that car.
Now, this is the car to end up. This is the car to end up towing.
Right.
Okay. When you get knocked out.
Right. So, but, I mean, do you see any hit and run damage on that?
Okay, but no, I didn't see any on it. But here's my problem with this: her trying to open those car doors is an illegal Fourth Amendment right.
Yep. It's not plain view anymore.
It's a Fourth Amendment violation.
Wait.
Really good.
Don't they get to do an inventory if they're towing it? But that's incident to arrest. Never mind. Wait.
Yeah, not for parking.
Yeah, I guess not.
And now she just looked back at you.
That's great for community relations. That shows the spirit.
I want to point something out, Caroline, right here. Look at her, and then look at this male cop in 592. Watch how they look at you.
With total disdain and disgust, because I'm so much prettier than they are. No, I'm just kidding.
She looked at you. The tow truck driver looked at you. That guy's looking at you.
Yeah, they're telling him not to speak to me.
That shows the spirit.
They're telling the tow truck driver not to talk to me.
Somebody say up.
I mean, the deal is that they have a memo going around saying not to speak to me.
Now you can tell everybody shit.
Going around saying,
so you can tell this one.
I'll say it in a minute.
Plain view doctrine on it. That's a private parking lot. How the hell are you going to tow off a private parking lot? Are you allowed to tow off a private parking lot? Are you allowed to tow off a private parking lot? Oh, you're going to ignore me? Okay.
Yep.
You're a dick. You're a dick to me one other night too.
Okay, so maybe you did berate him a little bit. I mean, but
I wasn't doing it for several minutes.
But no, I mean, yeah, okay, you want to ignore me, okay, you can be a dick. That's fine, whatever.
I mean, why are these not like?
He's the only tow truck driver that's ever been rude to me besides that other one. This is nothing about. It says the signs do not. This is a private parking lot.
So see, I was trying to run
they're
down
gonna tow all these cars
idea. I thought
off.
they were towing cars. I didn't know it was a
On
crime
people
scene.
who are still working or think they're safe.
Okay, so even if this was a crime scene, Carolina, and that car was being towed, they should have told you that at this point.
They should have told me that 45 minutes ago. Or when the tow truck pulled up, he'd been sitting there for a
It doesn't
while.
say anything. There's no towing.
Waiting for his own head.
Signs. Let's look for them.
Now
And
see,
another
this
thing
car's leaving because they were trying to make all these cars leave.
But here's another thing, DZ. They're ignoring me, right? And they have a memo about it to ignore me. But I think it says don't interact, but they're taking it to a higher level, which is ignore. What if that memo said ignore pregnant Hispanic women? Ignore.
Well, that's still
people with
discriminatory.
dogs.
It's still discriminatory.
It's discriminatory.
And it's a 14th Amendment violation.
White fountains and black fountains. That's what it is. And it's a discrimination against me personally. Come on now. Or auditors in general.
There's another person willing to drive 8 hours to come get you. That's highlighted right there.
Oh, that would be nice. But see, I don't know. I'm still hoping that it's going to tomorrow. Like I'm picking a jury tomorrow, and I'm just still have this weird thing in my head that maybe they're going to
cross your fingers.
Yeah. I'll go live and let everybody know if I'm going to the next day because I just don't.
You ready to relive this breakdown?
I haven't seen it in a while.
I don't see any. So there's no signs that say towing will be enforced. What does this say? This is validated parking.
No signs.
It says please register upon parking. Then validate parking. Scan code and take pay. Failure to pay or extend the time may result in boot or tow. Please register upon parking. Who do they register with? Okay, here it says, here's a sign. Does anybody know how to do these? This is what the sign says. I got to scratch so let me focus in. Here's what the signs say. The signs say, validated parking. Please register upon parking. Business can then validate parking for Folk Street warehouses. Ways to validate. You can scan the QR code or text pay. Failure to pay or extend time may result in boots. Okay, so how do they know if they paid or not?
Well, here's another thing too, PZ. They claim that they were doing this hit and run investigation, right? Supposedly that car hit the other car as it was pulling in to the parking spot, and the guy got out and walked away, right? They only know this because a lady flagged one of them down and told them that car just clipped the other car. Okay, so nobody saw it, none of the cops, just this lady who said that she saw him clip it. You know, there's no damage on the car, no damage on either one of them, but she said that it got clipped. What gives them the right to just pull that car and tow it off?
Oh, because it's like a swatting. They believe whatever anybody tells them, just like supervisors believe whatever the cops tell them.
Yeah. So they just stole that vehicle basically with not even really, with one hearsay, supposedly. Allegedly
one time in Minecraft, right? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm finding I find all these extra stuff out that I didn't know when it happened, like just more stuff. Like, wow. Yeah, they can't go by hearsay, honey QB. So I don't understand why they were allowed to tow that vehicle if it was involved. But they made it on the news, and then the newspaper sound like, they said, he hit a building and then another car, and it's a suspected drunk driver. Well, if he was so drunk and disorderly and driving erratically, why didn't they catch him when they have all that police presence out there?
Yeah, I don't understand that one, but
because they weren't.
Anyways, let me get back to this real quick. I want to break this down a little bit more.
He's showing right now. 3 days earlier, Manuel had got his case dismissed.
How do you know if they paid or not? How do you guys know if they paid or not? Oh, they're going to ignore me too. Help! Right! Fire! 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 Fire!
Wait.
Now I want to bring that up because isn't that because you caught one of the charges right there?
Yep. And they were far away from me. If we had the overhead thing showing right now,
well, let's watch that to see where they're at. Hang on a second.
Fire! That's great community relations.
Why did I say fire?
So they're not very far. It's I mean, you're zoomed in a little bit.
I'm zoomed in because I had a scratch on my lens.
So they're probably about 30 feet away from you. They probably clearly hear you, but they're ignoring you. So there's no action caused. There is no alarm raised for them to spring into action.
They didn't take a report.
That. Now, you know.
No fire trucks came.
No, well, it's not even that. They didn't even turn and go, Carolina, where do you need help at? I mean, they didn't say anything like that. I mean, they just kept walking with their little D-bopping, little do.
Slowly, they're sauntering. They're slowly going.
Someone says timestamp 558. So we go back to 558.
But the thing is like, you would think that a guy that makes so much money as a prosecutor would know the elements of a crime, and you have to satisfy. If you're making a cake, you need eggs, milk, a pan, and an oven, and a spoon. Okay, you need all that to bake a cake, right? You need all the ingredients. You need all the ingredients to convict somebody of a crime. So the ingredients in this one was you have to report it. They have to take the report. I have to know that it's fake, and that somebody has to be scared, and the fire trucks come.
Well, you also need means, motive, and opportunity. There isn't there. I mean, there's knowledge and intent. It's not there. I mean,
means that nobody can just say fire when in public, like.
Well.
And everybody knows why, because I did want to see if they would turn around. I was trying to get their attention because I don't think it's right for them to ignore me. It's okay to not interact with me, but you're not supposed to ignore me.
Well, it goes to like what Brick Jonesy said when he had his little debate with Dub Loves. You should be able to say whatever you want to say. Okay. Now there are repercussions that come with it depending on what the laws are. But for you to say help, rape, fire, they're looking at you going, yeah, okay, Carolina. Where's the cause? If you look at the statute, because we looked this up together, it said that they must cause action. There has to be action. There's nobody calling on the radio for fire. There's nobody calling the radio for backup. They're not running to your aid. They're not trying to clear the area. They're clearly not making you leave the crime scene that they supposedly say you are in.
And I was getting raped in a fire. Is that what happened too? There's a fire and I was getting raped. And Kruger heard this from his car over there. See his car back there? I didn't know he was in there yet. There he is.
It's possible he heard you, but I mean, come on. Why didn't he spring out of his car and come running to your aid?
He came to my aid to help me with the fire.
I mean, come on. We all know what's really going on here, but we'll keep playing it a little bit.
But the guy that they're dragging me to do this when they know they don't have the elements. That's what's driving me back.
I know. I get it.
No, but that's great community. Would he just read the report and not look at the body cam footage?
No, I'm offended. I'm offended with this cop right here. The Hispanic girl.
That's great community relations too.
You see that tattoo on her arm?
Oh, I can't see it. What's it say?
Tattoo. I don't know.
Is it a gang? Because there's a scratch on my lens. That's why.
All I know is in their policy it's written that if they have tattoos showing, if they're offensive, if you're offended by the tattoo, that's a policy violation. Guess what? I'm offended. I'm offended. I'm offended.
We're squeezed in the summertime.
I'm offended. And you know I love me some policy violations because I've got a write-up right here with a bunch of policies written on it.
Oh, look what he wrote. He said in the chat. He knows, but he wants to manipulate. There's no consequences to the prosecutor to drop later, and many folks won't show up or won't fight as charges if they do show. Guess what? Guess what my lawyer did? He subpoenaed them. They have to come.
Who's that?
That's not done. That's not done usually. They usually don't have.
Who has to show up?
All the people, all the actors. Because usually what happens is like,
if they don't show up, then they're witnesses.
But they have to because my lawyer was smart and he subpoenaed them.
Well, I've already decided in my case if they want to take mine to trial, I'm subpoenaing the wife of the person on the 911 call that wasn't even there. I'm subpoenaing the two 911 callers, which were the other actors that were involved. The cop.
I'm going to make them scramble around like, oh my God.
I'm gonna make their life a living hell. That this little infraction that I have shouldn't even been in a ticket. Right. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finish playing this because I want to point out some other things. But I'm offended by that tattoo. Now, You're the tow truck driver.
How do you know if
behind
he paid or not?
What's that? Oh, that was you in the video.
Yeah, we sounded
So
like.
all I want to do is point out. You hear the tow truck driver because he's
Tell him
about to
he's
come
coming.
tow that silver F-150, I believe, out of the parking lot that she was looking at. Because when Carolina's knocked on the ground, when we got the store over footage, you can see that tow truck driver was backing up to tow that car while she was on the ground. So
Yeah,
here we go.
took it.
All right, ladies.
Now, I want to point out, everybody, he's about to say her name when he steps out of the car. First off, that means there's motive and there's opportunity right there for him to harm her because no one else has done anything or said anything where they had an opportunity to do it. But he takes advantage with nobody else being there. And why did if the arrest was going to be affected, why did one man who was nowhere near her do it instead of the two ladies who were closer? Real men don't put their hands on ladies. How about that?
Hey, ladies. Hey, Kruger. No, I'm not going to before. There's no evidence. There's no nothing.
You can go to the other side of the street. You're going to get arrested. I'm not warning you again.
What are you talking about?
Go to the other side of the street right
Why?
now.
Wait, tell me why first.
We're doing an
You're under arrest. You're not.
No, I'm not under. Okay, you go.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
No. That's what boxers do.
So there we go, guys. And let me. So
yeah. So like that was we counted how many seconds it was before. I think it was 9 from the time he said my name to the time I was on the ground.
I think it was like 12 seconds, really, to be honest with you.
I still don't know what I got arrested for. That's the whole problem. Why did I get arrested?
You got what you got arrested for. I'll tell you exactly what happened. It's the same thing he did to Mata. What they did was he hit you for interference, which obviously he doesn't know the statute of jaywalking or interference. And he doesn't know the statute of evading because he tried to hit both you and Mata for evading. But what he does is he finds one thing to arrest you for and then manufactures other crimes around it to basically try to throw in court. The fact that this is another auditor involving Kruger of excessive force, they should have just fired him, paid out, and been done. Wrote you a check, covered all your medical bills, and just let Kruger go. In fact, probably should have brought him. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this with a passion. I'm going to be honest with you, okay?
Uh-oh.
You haven't filed a complaint on him yet, have you?
Well, I didn't because they already had the complaint going on him.
Okay. So this is what I would do. After he goes ahead and we get this case dismissed, what I would do is go ahead and type up a criminal complaint form, sign it, get it notarized, whatever, take it down to the judge. In fact, you could probably do that. You could probably do that Tuesday if you got to go to court. You can file it through ChatGPT. File a criminal complaint on Kruger for oppression, 39.03, oppression by violating your rights and doing what he did to you. He violated your 14th Amendment, your 4th Amendment, and your First Amendment right.
And he didn't follow policy because, like, you're supposed to de-escalate. He didn't de-escalate nothing.
Well, yeah, it's a policy violation.
I wasn't even escalated. I wasn't even screaming or yelling or anything. That was what was so weird. I wasn't screaming. And I said, okay, but tell me why first. Like, I'm going, but tell me why first. Because I thought it was an unlawful order. That's why I was asking why.
See, look at right there. Look at the read.
I can't read it.
It says bingo, not a department complaint, a criminal complaint. Thank you, BZ.
Okay. Oh, a criminal complaint. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. When I say a complaint, I'm talking like type up a criminal complaint and take it to the judge.
Like attempted murder.
Well, see, here's the thing. If you go in there and type up based on 39.03 oppression, which is what he did to you, okay?
Yeah.
It's a state level. It's a state level instead of the federal level. You know how we have Title 18 242?
Yeah.
Texas 3903 is pretty much the same thing, except for guess who can prosecute? The DA.
Oh.
You don't have to wait for the feds to do it because feds aren't going to do it.
Well, nobody's. Go ahead.
3903 will allow you. I would type up a criminal complaint, and when you got to go to court Tuesday, when you got to appear for the judge, have your lawyer hand the criminal complaint right to the judge.
Yeah.
Then it's a criminal complaint. Now you're filing charges because he assaulted you the way he did.
But why did they hire somebody that did this at his last apartment?
Carolina, look at April Rain's comment. Criminal complaint, get it done tonight, all in caps.
Okay. Yeah, criminal complaint.
That's what it is. And I think it would be funny, actually, if you handed it to the judge when you went in on Tuesday.
I think it would be funny.
Or when you guys do jury selection.
But no one has said, like this happened to another lady a few years ago, and this has happened to a lot of people. And what happens is they get the charges dropped instantly, and they get apologies. I didn't get any of that.
See, if you go to Chat GPT, right, and go, Carolyn Rodriguez, watch this. I'm going to do this right here. Okay,
your app is it's a good app. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just go to Chat GPT, put it in there, and type up a criminal complaint. I want to type up a criminal complaint on Officer Matthew Kruger. My name is Carolyn Rodriguez.
Yep.
Jim DeWitt says clear with your attorney. What's the matter? You says go before a magistrate. You can go to all you need is a magistrate because they'll sign a warrant. You got the proof. Look what he did. He didn't escalate. He didn't de-escalate.
And he still has his job, and he's still working. It's just like,
and now you know you do have 1 year to file a criminal complaint or a lawsuit for excessive force. Now, this is why I tell you that if you don't make the excessive force, which would probably bring you a bigger paycheck, go with the First Amendment retaliation. I'm not really interested in that.
I'm more interested in.
I'm just saying the First Amendment retaliation is gonna. I think it's a 2-year time frame. So I think we have like a 2-year time frame down here in Texas.
Now these guys, you would think that they wouldn't want to like proceed because they would look stupid for like proceeding, but they don't care if they're proceeding when they don't have anything. They don't care. It's like a political move, and they don't look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like if the one where the fire. That's if I lose that one, I don't know what I'm going to think.
First off, okay, so there's two things you need. Okay, for the falsifying alarm, no action was caused. Okay. So that one's obviously done easy, you know. Why didn't they hook you up to begin with? Why didn't they hook you up to begin with? And then the second one, interference.
We're going to drop it tomorrow.
The second one, interference. Where's the criminal negligence?
And they did not. Yeah, the criminal negligence. I have to do that with criminal negligence.
You have to interfere with them. You have to impede, disrupt. First off, there is no crime scene tape up. No one told you to stop or walking except for
he walked up to me.
Kruger interfered with you. That's right. And remember, that's what I told Prather, Hansen, and Cardona when I was just sitting there and they walked all the way over to me. I said, "You're interfering with my First Amendment protected activity." And if you look at the case of Fields versus the city of Philadelphia of 2017, which is the same year Turner versus Driver hit, they basically granted qualified immunity only because there was no case law in the books about filming cops in the course of duties, because Turner versus Driver came out, I think, a little later after that. But this was in the Third Circuit in Philadelphia, but there were two people on two separate occasions that were filming cops, and I think it was during the protest or whatever, and they interfered. They came up to them and interfered with them while they were filming. So they weren't criticizing them verbally or anything. That's why I say I don't usually talk to the cops, they want to say something to me, I'll go off on them or whatever because they're violating my rights at that point. I let them initiate the attack. I don't instigate. Because if you instigate, it doesn't go well for you in court. But like I said, that's my approach. That's the way I do it.
I've been pushed back so many times, and that's why I always say, why? You know?
Well, and the thing is, and that's the case because like that case, and some of these we might have to take an arrest, or you have to spout out case law on the record before you decide to move back yourself if you choose to do so. Or like, okay, so like my prime example, okay, so like I watched that video with you and that one guy. Remember those two cops that came up, that we had that conversation, and that one cop came up to you and pushed you back when all those people were standing on the sidewalk right there when they were trying to say that you were affecting their DUI? Because it wasn't just the guy in the cowboy hat. It was the other guy that said you were affecting it. You're muted again. Your mic's muted.
He said that I interfered because when I walked by, the guy looked at me.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
I was so far away from that one.
So what I'm trying to say is on that one, if you would have spouted off the penal code for 3815 interference and told them there's no criminal negligence, yeah, Houston versus Hill, I can talk. I can criticize you. I can verbally challenge you. I can do whatever. I'm assembled right here along with everybody else on the sidewalk watching the scene. And by you violating my freedom of press, pushing me back, this is a retaliation and this is a violation of my constitutional protected rights. Now I need a supervisor. And just leave it at that. Now, if they arrest you or they make you push back and you feel like pushing back, they still violated your rights. They still violated policy.
I think they're just pushing me back so I can't see what they're doing.
Yeah, but still, like I said, if you get it on video with the code, with the penal code, with the case law, the policy violation, and then you decide to move back, then you or request a supervisor, then you can always go file an IA complaint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just depends if you want to take the arrest or not. But you gotta get that case on that statute on audio.
But what if I end up like Breonna Taylor? I could get unalive in jail.
I know, but what I'm saying, Carolina, is look right here. Keeper saying Brandt versus City of Westminster, United States District Court, 2018 upheld the right to film the police of their duties. I mean, we've got so many case laws that said we can film the cops.
Yeah.
Okay. And all you've got to do is when they try to hit you, because they're going to always try to hit us for interference. They can't.
They're magic words.
They're going to hit us for two things on that sidewalk: interference or disorderly conduct.
But if I say that, they're magically going to just leave me alone, just like when Manuel said.
No, I didn't say they're magically going to leave you alone. But I'm saying if you get it on your camera, you got proof that it happened. No more muting the mic. Oh, I didn't have it on. I didn't. You've got your proof on camera. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Honey QB says she's disgusted that Cycle Kruger is still employed. And you should see what he did at the other job.
Which one's worse? What he did here at Fort Worth just this year alone, or what he did in Irving?
Yeah, oh, man. That in Irving, that was 23 seconds for that one lady. I can't
really?
Remember. Yeah.
I didn't know we got detailed reports of that. By the way, you're at 81% not guilty on my poll.
Hi trolls, hi cops. Nice to see you.
Hey bootlickers. Well, like I said, and do me a favor, guys. One in the chat when he got out and said, Carolina, if you think it was retaliation, or two, that he just already knew her, had a rapport with her, and just said, screw it, I'm going to arrest her because she's breaking the law. She's a lawbreaker, and she needs to go to jail, and she needs to be harmed. But put a one if you think that, yeah.
Now, when you're resisting arrest too,
if you think it was retaliation,
you have to use force against them.
Put one of you. Hey, what's going on, Flying Grandpa? Put a one in there.
Hi, Grandpa.
Put one in the chat if you think it was retaliation. Put two if you think it was just because Carolina was breaking the rules and she deserved to get hurt. That'll tell us who our real trolls are, Carolina.
Yeah.
Made it easy.
And criminal negligence means that you are consciously going over to mess something up.
Well, criminal negligence means that you have to like, okay, so say if you told the person in the driver's seat that, hey, you know what, you don't have to listen to them, invoke your Fifth Amendment, tell them to fuck off and all this shit. And you could. I'm saying you could get arrested for interference, okay?
Yeah.
You could. But there's also that stipulation that says in defense of prosecution, if it's speech only, that it's in defense of it because speech is protected.
Criminal negligence is like a normal person wouldn't do it, so why are you doing it?
You could. I'm saying you could. It's not my. And see, this is why I fly under the radar so much because I just filmed. I'm sneaky. I just go get my open records requests and file complaints. I just make good videos out of these idiots. That's all. I know Mata's live. I'm watching him. I'm keeping an eye on him because you never know when he's gonna do something crazy.
He thought they were gonna grab me if they saw me out tonight.
You know what?
That to make me miss court and everything.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past him. I think he's right. I would advise you so close to your court that Now he's over on the south end tonight, so he's over there. Is that one cop I know that's just a dick? Well, they're all dicks, but what am I saying? They got somebody back here behind, looks like a Walmart or something. It's probably over by your house.
Oh no, that's probably the one on Berry Street.
They're probably trying to lure you out.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to lure you out. Come out.
They do that with helicopters.
So we can get you. He's like, absolutely right. You lock your doors.
No, never trust the Fort Worth Police Department. No, ever, never. Right, David Murphy? Never.
Hey, I want to show these guys something. I don't know if so. All right, I'm gonna share the screen, guys. I'm blowing this up. There we go. What do you guys think of the new merch?
I like the quality. The quality's good. He's getting it done local.
I always go local because I'm loco. See, there you guys go, right there. There you guys go. I got a little insulated mug, a beanie, a shirt, and a hoodie.
So, but I will come on tomorrow after the jury selection to let y'all know. I mean,
yeah. What you said your jury selection, you got to be there around 1, right?
Yeah, I gotta be there at 1.
So what we can do, guys, is I can go ahead and do a. What time do you think how long do you think that jury selection takes?
I'm gonna just say to 5. I'm not sure.
So 5. I can always change the time. So I mean, I can always change it sooner. But what I can do is schedule one for 5, and then if it gets done sooner, we can. Because I have some people that need to know before 5.
Yeah, like I think if you guys come, Joe Cool's coming. I think.
But
on Tuesday, but if it was for sure that was going to be going on, I still am praying that might be dismissed. But so don't drive those 8 hours.
I mean, they very well might draw it out.
Eric in Louisiana is dealing with those charges. Okay, so we got other people.
Do you see the product coming up a little bit better? Is that better? You can get it right there at TAPSSECURITYPRODUCTS.com. That's where I actually got it all. And if you want the hoodie or the shirt, just tell me what size when you in the comment section.
Like it's so confused. I mean, I didn't know I could get arrested for saying whatever I said. Well,
you know what? The thing is you have to cause alarm though. Speech is still protected, and that's where Houston versus Hill comes into play. And
but like the DUI guy says, I don't have to say anything. They have to prove it. But then jurors want to hear both sides, so that's a problem. Even though you don't have to testify, they still like, well, why isn't she testifying? She must have done it. These jurors, you can't trust jurors.
Well, the thing is that, you know, the best thing you can do is just not testify, because they know anytime you're innocent, you never testify.
Right, I understand that. But these people sometimes, like I was watching jury selection on the DUI guy's channel. He's got some good stuff on there, and some of the jurors are like, well, he was like, so you gotta find them guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So if you have any reasonable doubts, what should you vote? And one guy's like, well, I should vote guilty because I didn't get to hear him speak. What? So I mean, they didn't even understand how it worked. You have to educate the jury before you do anything. The jury doesn't know the difference between a defense lawyer and a prosecutor. You know, they don't know. They don't know that the prosecutor can also be called a DA or the state or district attorney, or, you know, they don't even know that there's interchangeable names for them. They think it's all about like going to look like Judge Judy's trials that she has, that both have to talk.
They're saying Eric Brandt took the case to court regarding it wasn't about filming. It was First Amendment retaliation.
Well, what happened was they had done a plea bargain beforehand, and they agreed on one thing, but the judge came off with something else.
So, but like I said, did you look up Fields versus the city of Philadelphia?
Me? No.
Look that up real quick.
Fields versus the city of Fields? What happened there?
That's in the Third Circuit. That's where the cops interfered with people not being verbal towards the. They weren't criticizing the cops whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
They were just standing there filming, basically like I was in the park.
Yeah.
You know, I was in a public atmosphere, walking my dog, filming.
It's so funny how they spot those cameras, because I've been in crowds before filming, and they push only me back. Not the people that don't have the cameras, but only me.
Oh, no, dude. Okay, so the DRU saw me with my camera out the window when I rolled in.
Oh.
But when I pulled up, they didn't see the camera. Those two didn't see the camera until the guy's like, you get this on camera? You get this on camera?
Well, yeah,
because pointed out the camera because he was like, I guess, like, worried about his safety or something. I don't know. And then he lied on the report. I covered it earlier today. I don't know if you saw it, but I showed the report where they, like, you know, went over on an armbar takedown. There's no armbar takedown on this.
Well,
just like yours wasn't an armbar takedown. It was
yeah,
more like
he laid me. It was an armbar takedown, and I was laid gently on the floor.
Yeah, my ass. That was a hip toss. That was an unaliving move. Israeli combat.
Well, when you have both your wrists grabbed, you don't have any way to break your fall.
So you guys can get your products at TAPSSECURITYPRODUCTS.com. Drop me a cash link, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, GoFundMe. You can even buy me some gear on my Amazon wish list, because I'm looking for a microphone and a little setup I got on there. If you go to my wish list, you can also leave a super chat, super gift. Here, I forgot to move the little banner. Here we go, right there. Boom. Super chats are appreciated. I'll check it in a minute. Brick, did you send it by text or email? So you can leave a super chat, super gift, buy a membership, so you can always watch great quality. I've got some videos being made and investigating some stuff, so I got some stuff coming up. Okay, I'll check in a second, Brick. Hold on, let me see what I got here. Hang on. Yeah, I already know Mata's live, brother. He's right there. He's on the screen. I just don't have it turned. I don't have it turned up.
I didn't know about the Eric stuff. I didn't even know that he had. I didn't even know he'd been to Louisiana to get charges.
Well, shit. They're giving everybody charges right now. They got Travis Hines out there getting charges. What is that? South 835 or 896? Let me see. I can't see the unit number.
Mata right now? Let's see.
Yeah, it's Mata right there. I was trying to
see where he's at.
Oh, he's over by TCU. I'm thinking.
That's a bike lane.
I only say that because there's the Walmart neighborhood. It's like neighborhood Walmart.
That must be the one on Berry Street.
Yeah, right there at Berrien University.
Yeah. Berry and Hemp Hill.
Oh, is there one at Hemp Hill too?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's gonna hide behind Walmart. There's some burnout. Go back that way. So he's headed back towards seminary, y'all. Y'all be careful that way.
Yeah, he might be at that Hemp Hill area right there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a Walmart there. I thought that looked like
It's a neighborhood one. It's not like a big one.
News that one of wait, is that one of maybe that's an Albertsons I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's Kroger over there by University.
That was a two for one right there. I missed the first one and I got another one. So 2 for 1 special. 2 for 1 special.
Oh, you're right, Cooper. You didn't pick up. You're right. I was mixed up on those plea bargains.
Harvey Freebird's in there watching him too.
Cool, cool.
So's King Chow Chow.
Yeah. Ah, that's good.
What's he doing?
Yeah, how about if we do a raid on Mata if we're done with things? Let's do it.
Yeah, we're done. We're done here, guys. We're
Thanks
gonna
for
call
coming
it
in,
quits.
guys.
Can everybody go raid Mata's channel? Let them know that Carolina. It's a Carolina BZ raid.
And all you gotta do is type in Manuel Mata 2.
Go over there, guys, real quick. Do a BZ and Carolina raid.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's very good. I'm gonna close out your poll. Oh, thank you, April Rain.
That was nice. His channel is Manuel Mata 2, like Manuel Mata 2, TOO. Cops are 5150. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good name. Cops are 5150. Get it?
Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah. Oh, look, he put a link right there.
They just type in Manuel Mata 2, it pops up.
Yeah, it pops right up. Manuel Mata 2.
They're all gone now.
Just live streaming him until everybody goes over there and raids him.
All right.
There we go. Look at that. BZ Watchdog Bum Rush, liked and subbed. And well, this is the Carolina raid from David Murphy. Everybody's hitting BZ Watchdog. Raid.
He's probably walking where he's walking. That's sometimes I can't look at the chat because I have to walk. I mean, I have fallen down so many times live streaming. Like tripping over stuff, tripping over bikes and rocks and.
Is he laughing?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
I'm gonna make it to the light first. I don't have the best of luck, y'all. So we'll be here off of Alan. No, Barry.
All right, Caroline, I'm going to end the stream.
Okay. Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Another great product brought to you by TAP Security Products.
We're offering now some BZ Watchdog merchandise. We have a beanie, a mug, a t-shirt, and a hoodie. Get them while supplies last through the website TAPSSECURITYPRODUCTS.com.